Undertaker, because look what it did for Triple H, making him one of the longest reigning champions in WWE's history. I think that the Intercontinental Championship has paid dividends to a lot of wrestlers. I think that the Intercontinental Championship would have done wonders out of the career of The Undertaker, which is one of the only championships that's eluded The Undertaker. All those years, the Intercontinental title eluded the Big Show and was around the waist of Chris Jericho and Chris Benoit, who had phenomenal matches. Again, over the Intercontinental Championship was unnecessary. I think that definitely people that have never held the Intercontinental Championship could have afforded to hold it, especially back in the 90s. And the decade they would have held the championship and should have held the title would have been the 90s, because it was so influential to the Intercontinental Championship. One of the things that I raised an issue about in my written column in this corner with Jonathan Clarke was how some of the biggest names in the industry, in particular The Undertaker, had never held the championship, and it's just unfortunate that they were never given the opportunity to do so. So where we stand right now, Christian is the Intercontinental Champion. A rumor is going around that he'll be defending the Intercontinental Championship against former Intercontinental Champion Cody Rhodes. We'll see Chris Jericho versus Randy Orton. That match is not for a championship, but I believe it will go a long way in determining the future number one contender for the World Championship at a pay-per-view like the 25th anniversary of SummerSlam. And if you've been keeping up with my radio show, I talked about how important the 25th anniversary of an event like SummerSlam is going to be to WWE, because it comes in as a close third for being WWE's longest running pay-per-view. Next to that, we have Survivor Series, and in the number one spot, of course, WrestleMania is the dominant pay-per-view of every pay-per-view that has happened in WWE's illustrious pay-per-view history. It's going to be an amazing summer for divisions like the Intercontinental Championship, World Championship, and of course WWE Championship. But the division you want to pay the most attention to, of course, is the Intercontinental Championship division, because such credibility and prestigiousness is being restored to it, especially over the last number of months. And definitely the Intercontinental Championship is something that's making me proud to be a wrestling fan. You're going to want to pay attention to this radio show over the next couple of weeks. We're going to be talking about everything from things going on in the world of professional wrestling. We'll be getting you ready for the up-and-coming No Way Out pay-per-view. We're going to be talking about things going on in the world of entertainment, everything from the release of Men in Black 3, the first Men in Black movie of the trilogy in over 10 years. We're going to be talking about the release of a new iCarly video game and the soundtrack to one of the recent seasons of Victorious 2.0. We're going to be doing an informational radio show that will drop next week here on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, just to let you guys know what's going on with our radio show. We got a lot of stuff coming up. We're going to be playing some new music you've never heard before. A lot of great stuff happening here on the show, premiering for the first time some music, of course, everything from the Breaking Dawn soundtrack, 1,000 Years, just picking that one up. We're also going to be streaming the new single from Victoria Duffield. It's called Feel. We got some great stuff, some new music from the Foo Fighters, just looking at our lineup, so definitely you want to listen to this radio show. Keep it locked, stay in the loop here on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. If you have any additional inquiries, you can find me at hwwrestling@hotmail.com and on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube at facebook.com/hwentertainment, twitter.com/JonathanClarke1, and youtube.com/JonathanClarke22. I said at the top of the show, a lot of stuff coming up for our radio program on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, and our official website, where you'll find show archives and additional information on the radio program. So you're going to want to keep it locked here. Coming up next on the show, some music from Hilary Duff. The song's called Wake Up. I will see you next week here on our radio program. We're going to be talking about some of the things coming up. Listen for the informational radio blog to drop on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook over the next couple of weeks. Until then, I'm Jonathan Clarke. Hilary Duff is coming at you next. Thank you so much for joining us for our look at the prestigiousness and credibility being restored once again for the first time in about 9.5 years to the Intercontinental Championship, and wrestlers finally being pushed in the right direction. WWE once again listening to its wrestling fans and its universe, featuring millions of fans who have been frustrated over the last number of years as to what WWE are doing with their creative process. And finally, WWE wrestlers being led to the land of destiny and promise. Because it seems like superstars like Randy Orton, Kane, and Kelly in both divisions, male and female respectively, have been victims of this unfortunate situation, finally reaching a point of finality and definitely correction, definitely some promise coming for wrestlers who have been victims of not being pushed and a demotion over the last number of months. Hillary Duff is coming at you next. Find me on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, and I will touch base with you once again next week.
Maniacs. With a large inventory of shirts, replica belts, and action figures, you can obtain your need for wrestling merchandise. Remember that we get fresh stock weekly, so don't forget to check it out. Also, with items coming in faster than Toys R Us and Walmart, you should never become disappointed. Plus half the price on WWE.com. Remember, that's www.madmaniacs.com.
MadManiacs.com.
The irresistible Doc Young.
Booyah!
The legendary Les Thatcher.
Brilliant!
The award-winning show taking the internet by storm. Wrestling Weekly.
Oh, great Odin's Raven!
Every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, 1 a.m. GMT on WrestlingWeekly.com and WrestlingRadioNetwork.com.
What triggers the attention of a pro wrestling fan? Is it the overall ability of the superstar? Is it the angles with a mixture of drama? What drives the fans wanting to learn more about this pastime? When it reaches a boiling point and you know you're hooked on the thrill, it's no longer considered just a passion. It's an obsession.
Your favorite all-in-one online wrestling site has changed. That's right, wrestling fans. If you are obsessed with everything wrestling, check out the same site with the new name, Online World of Wrestling. As crazy as it may sound, the same content you have come to know, expect, and rely on is still there on every single page of the site under a new name. If you're looking for the most comprehensive information on the entire world of wrestling, then head on over to www.onlineworldofwrestling.com. Online World of Wrestling still supplies you with all the news and information, plus galleries and bios of your favorite all-time wrestlers. Climb aboard as we head on over to onlineworldofwrestling.com. New packaging, same great flavor.
News and information on total non-stop action wrestling. It's TNAWrestling.com. TNAWrestling.com. Log on right now and get your fix of all things TNA Wrestling. Event photos, streaming video, and all of the backstage gossip is just one click away. Plus, right now, you can find special savings in our merchandise area with a complete line of DVDs featuring Nevermore, the best of Raven, Enigma, the best of Jeff Hardy, and Phenomenal, the best of AJ Styles. Plus, all of our monthly pay-per-view events on DVD as well. And don't forget to check out photos of our lovely ladies in the Knockout section. It's your online home for total non-stop action wrestling. It's TNAWrestling.com. TNAWrestling.com.
Wrestling-radio.com for the latest news in professional wrestling, watching of videos, and promoting your own independent wrestling organization or radio show the way that you want it done. Log on to wrestling-radio.com. Sign up today and get weekly archiving of your shows. Advertise your show on the main website. And also listen to other great wrestling radio shows such as The Squared Circle, The Minority Report, Evans Legends, and many more. And you could be the next one. Log on today at wrestling-radio.com and begin promoting your wrestling organization or radio show the way that you want it done. We promise you, you won't be disappointed. Wrestling-radio.com, the internet's leader in wrestling radio promotion.
I know what you're thinking. I'm not a real athlete. I'm just a wrestler. I'm 6'10", 328 pounds.
I won boxing's Golden Gloves 3 years in a row.
I was a national champion at the University of Miami. My jersey was retired at Florida State.
I was the ultimate fighting champion.
When you step through those ropes, bad things do happen. Had over 200 stitches. I suffered a dozen concussions. Broken bones.
separated shoulders.
Damn near broke my neck.
Blown out knees.
But I still got up. This is who I am.
This is what I do. I'm not really an athlete.
This isn't real. Try lacing my boots.
Every day I train. Thousands of hours of practice.
Injuries can happen at any time.
My kneecap just kind of blew over to the side of my leg. I've torn the pectoral muscle completely off my shoulder.
I've had surgery 5 times in my left knee.
You do question, can I come back from this? My body.
My life is on the line.
Don't risk yours. Please, don't try this.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Clarke, the voice of HEW Entertainment Radio. For years, HEW Entertainment has been the #1 professional wrestling news website on the internet for good reason, including headlines, extensive video footage, a radio program weekly, a weekly column for our users to read, video footage from HEW Wrestling Network, a YouTube channel, a MySpace, a Facebook, everything that a professional wrestling news website should have. HEW Entertainment has it for you in one place. Event results, video footage, news headlines, thousands of images, a weekly column, a weekly radio broadcast including archives, fantasy results, live chat rooms, forums, pay-per-view play-by-play, and so much